Pitch at 2 p.m. That's Phillies and Braves today. Coverage at 1:30 and first pitch at 2 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. And be sure to join me Monday at 2 to discuss all the Phillies and Braves NLDS action on the Sports Bash.
A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
He is hit! He stumbles! He's down!
WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City.
The following program is paid for, and the opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
When you are down, lift your head off the ground. There's a lot to be learned, so look around. Once there was a silly old ant, thought he'd move a rubber tree plant. Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky. Hope so when you start to feeling low. Stand up. Just remember that ant. Whoop, there another rubber tree. Whoop, there goes another rubber tree. Whoop, there goes another rubber tree plant.
There we go. We are in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson, and Brad Quast.
Wow, that was
good. Beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning, especially in this area, as the Philadelphia Phillies are up 2-1 on the Atlanta Braves. And I'm telling you what, fellas, what a great weekend. What a great time to be a Philadelphia sports fan, Brad Quast.
It really is. The Phillies are playing great. I'm going to the game today, have them clinch it, go to the Eagles game, Cowboys tomorrow, and life's good. Life is good.
Pete Thompson, our very own Pete Thompson, brings a nice present.
Yeah,
he was at the game last night. We're streaming live on the StreamYard on my YouTube channel, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. You can check us out there on YouTube. He brought us the
Look at that. Yeah, that's great.
And the good news is Quast, I don't feel bad about only having 2 instead of 3 because Quast will get one when he goes to the game.
All right,
which is great.
Pete, tell us a little bit about the atmosphere last night, how electric. And by the way, there's nothing better, Q, than going to a baseball game with your father. And I'm
jealous.
A little jealous.
Yeah.
My father passed some time ago. But with that picture you sent me, Q, Pete, was just phenomenal. And I just think it was a great environment for you and your father to spend that time. And tell us a little bit about it, your experience last night.
Well, first of all, there was 45,538 people there. That's the sellout attendance, the highest attendance at Citizens Bank Park since opening day 2015.
Wow.
Highest attendance in 7 years, and you heard every bit of them.
It was electric.
The third inning, Billy, was out of control. I mean, that when Hoskins hit the home run, the park was loud. When Harper hit his home run,
that was unbelievable.
If there was a roof, it would have blown right off of the joint. It was so
really
loud. And you heard guys after the game talking about the fact that they couldn't hear each other from like a foot away, that Bryson Stott apparently wears that pitch cast thing, the earpiece in his ear.
Yeah.
And he said he normally keeps it around 8 because he wants to hear it, but he really doesn't want to hear it like full bore. He doesn't want it distracting him when he's out. He said he turned it up to 20 because he just couldn't hear out of his ear what the pitch was that was coming. That's how loud it was. Electric.
The fans were into it from the very first pitch, like even before in pregame, they were into it. And all the stuff that maybe, I don't know if you pick up on this stuff on TV or not, but they're yelling at Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah.
DUI. DUI.
I didn't know what they were saying.
That's what they were yelling at Marcell Ozuna.
Okay.
Right?
Well, listen.
They got all over Acuna Jr., like.
Well, they always do when he comes to town.
What was that line from the movie The Kid? Call the wambulance. You know what I mean? Like, that's essentially what they were telling the guy.
Now, Q, we've talked to you several times about the crowds, home crowds. How much do the players get up? Like, does it affect them? You pretty much downplay it, but every one of those players said that the crowd was a major part of the whole atmosphere that helps the players.
Remember, we're talking football and baseball.
Yeah, that's true.
We're talking two different monsters, right? So different.
But even
different
Jason Peters was quoted this week as saying that the fans are out of their minds in Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, they are. We know that. We know that in a good way.
Right.
In a good way.
Okay, but that does help the players. The players feed off that.
You feed off that, and the excitement. Yeah, you feed both teams feed off that. Yes. But
last night, Pete, I mean, you were there. You had to have had chills up and down your back. I mean, I got to say it to you guys. When Rhys Hoskins hit the home run, I was sitting in my house by myself in tears.
Yeah, it was awesome.
There was boos when he came up in the beginning, and Rhys Hoskins did not have a clean game. I mean, he really could have.
We're going to get there.
He ended up with an error. He really could have ended up with two. They gave one to Alec Boehm, but he really could have ended up with two. That said, when you do that, when you crush your first career postseason home run and the 12th different Philly ever to hit a postseason home run at Citizens Bank Park, and the place is going bananas, a lot of things are forgiven.
The way he threw his bat, oh my gosh,
that was perfect, right?
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Him going down the line.
That was like an exclamation point.
It's just like, the pressure, like, I'll show you. Boom,
right.
All that hard work, done. And
I don't know about you guys. Pete, you were there. I was in tears. And I was like, I stood up out of my chair, and I was like going like, Remember Chris Wheeler when the Phillies won the World Series? He didn't want to intrude on Harry Callis' call, so he was just doing this, moving his arms and
silent.
That's what I was doing in my house. I mean, I was like so overcome with emotion, and I can't wait for today. Now you're talking about like the Atlanta Braves won the World Series last year, Q and Pete. They had 88 wins. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that we had 87 wins this year. Why can't we go to the World Series?
Why can't we? We're going. We're going. Today they're going to win today.
Padres just beat the Dodgers. They're up 2-1, Pete.
They are up 2-1, and I went and saw that. I went back and watched. A lot of times you miss things when you're there in person. So I went back and watched the broadcast, and you can see in the StreamYard that I have that graphic you're talking about. Braves had 88 wins, and their key injury was to Acuna. They lost him on August 8th, and then they ended up winning, right?
Yep.
They had 239 home runs. Well, this year the Phillies finished up with 87. June 13th was the first time they had a plus 500 record, and they lost Harper for
By the way, they don't have Albies either. So, I mean, they're not playing. Albies is a catalyst, too, on that team. What's wrong with him, Pete? I forgot. I didn't see. Is he out? Is he on the? Is he?
He's out with it. I think it's an elbow injury, if I'm not mistaken. But I know this. I know that Schwarber and Hoskins, and I had tweeted this after game 2. They were a combined 1 for 34. And I was talking about the fact that if your 1-2 hitters aren't doing anything, you're not going anywhere. Yeah. Well, yesterday, Schwarber went 1 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. And then, of course, Hoskins with that huge home run. I mean, you got to keep in mind, Billy, it's not just that Hoskins hit a home run. It's that he was 1 for 19 before he hit it. I've never seen anybody spike the bat. I've seen bat flips. I've seen bat throws. I've seen stand there.
Bo break the bat.
Sure. Yeah. After he struck out.
Yeah, remember?
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he just basically slammed that bat down like, take that baseball guy.
All right, here's ready for this, guys. I was thinking back, and I've had several former players on my show: Doug Collins, Bill Berge, Larry Boa, and Bill Barber, who I interviewed last year at the sports writers dinner. And you know what each of them talked about? My senior year, all the Philly teams went to their respective championships, Q, and only the Phillies won the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. But I don't think it's been done before, and I don't think it'll ever be done again. That's really a hard. There's only so many cities that have 4 teams anyway.
Four teams, first of all, and then for all of them to go to the
respective
championship is very hard.
Right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I think that was 1980, by the way.
That was my senior year in high school. That's what I said. Now, listen.
Wow.
I had Doug Collins, and Doug Collins on my show. He mentioned that about how special that was, and people don't understand. That
Sirianni was there yesterday.
Yeah, I saw.
Sirianni,
he got a ticket. His lobbying worked. He didn't just get a ticket. He was in a suite.
He's in a suite. Yeah, I think he's able to get one.
By the way, my brother just texted me. My nephew Cody, and my brother's wife Nikki are going to the games today. You're going today. You got your tickets for. They just paid $600.
Where are your seats, by the way?
Listen, I got a really good friend.
You must.
Van Brill Pool.
Guess what? Oh, really?
Michael for Jackie's birthday. Yeah.
Guess what? My brother's wife just paid $600 for 2 tickets.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he paid. He paid $3,000 for 4 of them.
And he's taking you.
Yeah. So I got a good friend.
All right. 1980. I'll never forget my senior year in high school. It was wonderful to be a Philadelphia sports fan. 2008, the Eagles were 9-6-1 and lost the NFC Championship game. The Sixers at that time that year were 40-42, and they lost in the first round. And the Flyers were 42-29 and 11. They lost in the conference final. So our sports teams are pretty good. They all made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right. So that's close.
Yeah.
Right. You guys,
we're spoiled here in Philly.
Right, but ready for this?
Right now, it's a great time.
It's a great time.
I can't think of a time when the Dallas Cowboy-Eagle game, when both teams are fighting, it's basically for first place.
Yep.
It's like on the radar, but
it's on the radar.
The Phillies have overshadowed this big game.
Right.
Yes, they have.
And playoffs do trump a regular season game. 5-0 versus 4-1. You're right. I mean, and Brad's right. It is on the radar.
It's on the radar.
Just that we have to compartmentalize.
Yeah, we're excited about it. It's home here. In our place. So, but
that's another reason that the Phillies want to wrap this up today and get it done, so that we can fully turn our attention to the Cowboys tomorrow.
Well, I have my lucky shirt on. I bought the Doopy Doo, a brand new Philly shirt.
Okay.
I've got my shirt.
Pete, I can smell it from over here.
Yeah,
I've been wearing it for 3 days.
I haven't washed it.
3 days.
Funny.
All right, I haven't washed it. All right, we got a lot to talk about. We got a great show. The Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan calls in at 10:30. Get his take. Chuck from the general manager from yesterday's at 11, and then we're going to talk with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene on the mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by
Aaron Bada's Golf and Sports Performance Club, and we're going to have Tommy on live, Billy, which we're looking forward to. Last couple of weeks we've had to pre-record Tommy just based off the schedule and all that, but hey, it's October. And we're still talking to him. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
It's Red October. I'm pumped, baby. Broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing in the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Of course, tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting live from the pool at Harris for the NFL Sunday Splash. We're also going to be giving away 10 pair of tickets to the pool at 609-403-0973 is the text board number. 609-403-0973. Pete, what do the people have to put down with their text?
Well, this is what we'd like from you, please. Your first name, your last name, your town, and your score prediction. We want your email in there as well. We'll get it through the text message board, but we'd like you to put as much information as possible. First name, last name, town, and your score prediction. If you just put that in, we'll register you to be one of these winners. We have 10 pairs. These are VIP tickets.
Really?
And Billy,
how about the food there last week?
I went last week.
Food and drinks.
I went for the Eagles game. Okay, so that I didn't get there till about 4:15.
It was mobbed. The pictures you showed me.
It was packed, and the VIP area allows you to go upstairs where the food is. There's about a bajillion bars, right? They play music in between the commercial breaks. And even if you're not an Eagles fan, God forbid, if you're in the sound of my voice and you're not an Eagles fan, maybe you're Giants, maybe you're Quast Jets, maybe you're somebody else, right? You can still go out there and have a great time.
They have all the games
because
up.
they have all the games.
Yep.
Over 30 TVs.
Yep, it's a great atmosphere.
When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, Pete Thompson, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles continue the 2022 season tomorrow night against their NFC East rivals, the Dallas Cowboys.
We circled this date for second.
In Galloway, their motto is a beer for everyone, meaning out of their 16 taps, which feature their Blue Jersey American wheat beer and their new Sand Shark Lager, there's enough variety that almost anyone can find a style they'll like. They're open daily, so everyone can come and enjoy their favorite beers. Garden State is all about supporting local, and they use fresh, local ingredients from other small businesses. Because their tasting room is so large, they have evolved into a fundraising mecca for the community. Contact them today at 609-232-BEER for your next party.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Key matchup here with Bryson Stott. That one's thrown by. Brandon Marsh makes the turn, heads for third. Olsen's throw. Not in time. And a two-base error from Spencer Strider.
But he made his mind up right there. When he saw the ball, he goes, I'm going to third. Olsen gets it, plenty of time, but the short hop gets Marsh to third.
Infield is in. He's got to put the bat on the ball. Swung on, line to right. That's going to be a base hit, headed for the corner. Marsh is in to score. Stott around first. He's headed for second, and the Phillies strike first. As the rookie Bryson Stott doubles to right, it's 1-0 Phillies.
4 without throwing one here. They will put Schwarber on. So first and second with one gone. And it'll bring up Rhys Hoskins.
Swung on, crushed, and the Phillies are going to lead it 4-0. A 3-run home run for Rhys Hoskins. His first postseason home run, and he's sprinting around third base.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio here in Northfield. Big part of that game, they walk Schwarber,
the intentional walk.
So that's gotta piss him off.
Very much so. I mean, look, both of those guys were struggling. To me, and I went back and I watched it on the broadcast as well. The key at bat is Stott. Stott came out. I mean, first and foremost, obviously, Marsh walks on 4 pitches.
That was a 9-pitch at bat by
Stott fouled off 4 pitches in a row, and they were all fastballs. Fastball.
That's what he's thrown.
Yeah, but I thought John Smoltz has been awesome to listen to.
I agree.
I mean, 100%. John Smoltz comes in with this analysis that was so spot on.
He was right.
Sometimes as a pitcher, you know your best pitch is the heater, but you're so pissed off that the guy just keeps spitting on it and spoiling him and fouling him off that you go, well, let me change it up here and maybe he'll swing over the top of it. He didn't miss it.
No.
He hung him a slider. He didn't miss it.
By
He
the
knocked
way,
it down into the
velocity
corner.
off that pitch was down. Like he was throwing the high 99, 98. That pitch was a 94, I believe.
That is correct.
So there was a little something off that.
We were counting.
You know how fast that is, a 99-mile fastball?
Like the hardest one of
it's like a blink and it's
like,
by
I mean, you can't even see it.
We were counting on the scoreboard how many pitches he had, and I think he entered that inning in the 30s.
Yeah, he was low. Yeah, he was low.
Or maybe 35.
Right.
But with 4-pitch walk to Marsh, then you go through the sequence. By the time there was 49 pitches, and I tapped the guy next to me, and I said, he's already at 49 pitches. This will be pitch number 50. Pitch number 50 is the slider that went down to the ball and right, scored the first run, and then all the stuff happened. So I think that kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit. People were so excited about Hoskins' home run and certainly about Harper's home run. I mean, the place was just, because JT Realmuto singles after that, after the first run scores, and then the lid was off.
I want to read you guys an article by Marcus Hayes in the Philadelphia Daily News. But I just want to read this to you, a short little and then I want to ask you a specific question. Suddenly, Aaron Nola, he couldn't pitch past August, making an autumn. Nola had a 4.60 ERA in the months of September and October, surrendered 32 home runs over his 8 previous seasons. This year, in 8 starts in September, Nola's ERA is 1.72, and he's turned into like a Kurt Schilling-esque. My question to you, Brad Quast, has he gotten rid of the demons of September, Aaron Nola, with his performance so far in September and October?
No.
I
know. I think he caught lightning in a bottle.
Well,
and I think So you
don't think he's gotten past that? I mean, it's not just been for the.
I'm going to say he's past it, but he's past it because it's October.
It's October,
right? The calendar is turned.
Yeah, but he pitched well this September.
So hopefully next year he comes back and he has one more game. Within the next series, and
the whole team was having a September swoon. They had put that up there about how they
went. But Nola pitched well.
He pitched really.
He didn't get any run support.
Have you forgotten the sweep in Chicago? Right. I mean, look. Here's Nola starts in September. Okay. Just to talk about, has he forgotten September? Has he
gotten
away from
past it?
Right. If you go back and look, they won against the Braves in Atlanta on the 23rd, and he did go 6 innings. That's the thing. Okay. They put a stat up last night. What Aaron Nola is doing this postseason is historic. You realize he's the 4th pitcher ever since 1900 to have 2 straight starts in the postseason of 6 innings pitched, at least 6 innings pitched, and 0 earned runs. Billy, this is going to blow your mind, these other names on this list. Corey Kluber, Matt Cain, and Steve Avery. Remember Steve Avery?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's an unbelievable stat of what Aaron Nola has been able to do. He went right now, this is technically August, but August 30th was probably one of his worst starts. He went 4 innings. Okay. He went 4 innings and gave up 10 hits, but
how many runs did he give up?
He gave up 8. He got rocked. But so when he got to September, all right, he went 6 2/3 on September 6th, and he got the win in a 3-2 win over Miami. They were home against Washington. He only went 2 innings. That's where people are like, oh boy, September swoon. But then he went 7 on the 17th, lost 4-3 to the Braves. Went 6, 4-3. You got 3 runs. Right. Went 6 innings on September 23rd, and the Phillies won 9-1. That was at home against the Braves. But that's the thing. I just brought up Chicago a minute ago. I knew I was right. 6 innings. So he went 6 innings, but he gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, gave up a long ball. Remember that Nola susceptible to the long ball. I love what he's doing in the postseason, but I also have to support Brad's point to a little bit. Is he done with the September swoon? No, but who cares? Because it's October and he's been historic.
We're winning. Who cares?
But who cares? All right, in the grand scheme of things, who cares? But the reason why they're winning is the Phillies starting pitching has combined to post a 1.27 ERA while holding the opponents to a 5.08 on-base percentage during the postseason. So the starting pitching, that's what you need in postseason.
And they're hitting the ball.
Well, it's feast or famine. They didn't score any runs on the game 2.
You see who the starter is going to be today?
Yeah, Syndergaard.
Yeah. But you almost just blurted out the name that I think is going to be the button hook to him.
Well, it's going to be
if Syndergaard struggles at all. I think the first arm in is Bailey Falk.
But he hasn't done well against the Braves either. He gave up 8 runs right.
That's because the Braves do rock lefties. But you don't want to go up against or you don't want to throw Kyle Gibson out there, do you?
All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. We're giving away 10 pairs of tickets to the pool tomorrow. We'll be broadcasted live at the pool at Harrah's in Atlantic City for the NFL Sunday Splash. They got a great full buffet before the 1 o'clock games, at halftime, and before the 4 o'clock game, and then at halftime. Of course, the Eagles are at the Sunday night game, national television. So the pool's the place to be to catch all the action. 609-403-0973. We're giving away 10 pairs of tickets. 609-403-0973. Pete, what do people have to do?
They text in 609-403-0973. Give us your name, your town, and your score prediction, just like Brian did. Thank you, Brian from Little Lake Harbor. He sends in Eagles 33, Dallas 19. Boom. There you go, Brian. Okay. That's how you get yourself registered. And if you are one of the 10 winners, we'll let you know after the show today. 609-403-0973. They're an $80 value, and trust me, I did a little kick the tires test last week. It's worth every penny. It's outstanding.
You get to see Billy swim, right?
Yeah, I brought my
Billy does not go in his speedo.
He doesn't go in his speedo.
The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at MOTML.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, Philly fans, it's Mike Gill from the Sports Bash. Don't forget you can listen to the Phillies and Braves NLDS Game 4 today on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Coverage begins at 1:30 with the first pitch at 2 p.m. That's Phillies and Braves today. coverage at 1:30 and first pitch at 2 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. And be sure to join me Monday at 2 to discuss all the Phillies and Braves NLDS action on the Sports Bash.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's the Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
Listen up, South Jersey football fans. Are you interested in solar? Want a free roof? EMT Solar and Roofing has you covered. Visit ESPNsolar.com to see if your home qualifies for a free roof with solar installation. Don't wait, act now. Start saving thousands and virtually extinguish your electric bill. ESPNsolar.com is the place to go for your roofing or solar needs. No commitments, no hidden fees. Go to ESPNsolar.com to see if you qualify.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Tom's River.
I was wondering why we couldn't hear that. I had the YouTube muted there.
Broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Now, you know, this is our favorite segment every Saturday. Can't wait to see what he's wearing.
What he's wearing. What is?
You know, he's on. You can follow the book on MLB Network. He's on Cash Considerations, Bostonian versus the Book. He's everywhere.
He's a rock
and
star.
He's with us every Saturday.
Yeah, we're blessed to have him on.
Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan.
There's only one thing I'm wearing today, boys. You know that. Come on. I mean,
yep.
I got pictures yesterday. Pete and Papa Pete at the game.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, my dad.
Waving. I mean, it's nothing. It's all about the Phillies today. Come on, boys.
I'm trying to get a hat. I don't think they got a hat my size, though. I want to get a Phillies hat. My noggin.
Who's going to the game today?
I'm going to the game today.
Oh, are you that some boy?
I've got a really generous friend that's taking me. Yeah.
Listen, friends are good to have friends like
That's
that in
it.
the right places.
Yeah.
You want to go to the game? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Well, geez, I got a guy. I mean, I'll find.
I got a guy.
I'll find you 8 1/4. You need it.
Okay.
You need at least an 8 1/4 for hat size.
Do you know your
a 9.
your hat size, by the way?
Yeah, I'm an 8.5. I'm over an 8. 8.5.
Yeah, I'm a 7.
Oh,
8.5.
8.5.
I'm
That's a
yeah.
special order.
Yeah. That would look like a yarmulke on me.
All right, Q.
That's
All
good.
right, look. The Braves, they won 88 games last year. They win the World Series. The Phillies win 87 games this year. Could they advance to the NLCS today by beating the Braves? And then, look, the Dodgers are down 2-1 to the Padres. What's going on?
Baseball's incredible. It's just simply incredible. And the way the playoff format is set up. Yes, Billy, I'm not. I mean, it can happen. It's so funny because I was going around checking odds before. You know, the Phillies went on a road trip to end the season. They were gone for 2 weeks. Like they were out of time. And like a lot of people in the books, my odds makers friends were going, they're not even going to make the playoffs. And they boosted those odds up to win the pennant, to win the World Series. Those World Series exactas, those odds were just not touched. They were like dust on a shelf. They weren't touched for weeks. And I kept going, I don't know, guys. I think they're live. So I personally grabbed a little bit of some Phillies to win some stuff. And I'm hoping that we can just get past these Braves today. I don't want to see a game 5, guys.
Nobody
can't take it. I mean, you know, I'm good after the stroke, but I can't take it. I don't want the stroke. I don't want the
Sportsbook. I just told Q and Pete, I'm in the house now. Pete's at the game. Q's going today. I'm at the house last night by myself, in the solitude of the house by myself, and I'm in tears, jumping up and down. It's like if the tree falls in the woods, who hears it?
Wow, you and Dick Vermeil, we knew you were.
Billy's minus 8,000 to cry. Okay, Billy is at that point. In
a lot.
Life, and I get it.
I'm done.
You're gonna cry. Yeah,
you cry at the commercials. I mean, there's commercials, 30-second commercials. You tear up. I get it though. When you become a girl dad, you know that you get hit in a different place with a lot of that stuff. So listen, it's been a long time. I had friends of mine that I went to Penn State with. My buddy Scott took his 10-year-old son to the game. It cost him like an arm and a leg to go to the game. I said, you're buying a ticket for a memory of a lifetime.
Yep.
Like Pete with his dad last night.
Yep.
Pete goes to the game with his dad last night. I'll never forget it.
I was so happy. I was when Pete sent me that picture. PT, you sent me that picture, and I got goosebumps. I said, "Man, I wish I was there."
That's
I
special.
was on my way in.
That's special. That's special. Yeah. I got stories.
All right. Before we transition over to football, I do want to say this: that this is just such a great place to be right now in the South Jersey, Philadelphia metropolitan area. It's off the hook. I mean, this is unbelievable. But this is the first time I can remember, Q, that the 5-0 Eagles and the 4-1 Cowboys playing on national television are playing second fiddle.
I know.
Crazy.
This is so funny because it's the game of the week, but it's not till tomorrow, and it's been all week leading up to it. And it's been a bit muffled as far as national attention. But I mean, I've been looking forward to this spot literally all week to come on and get a feel for what's going on, because you can get so much from social media. And in Vegas, it's weird because I used to get hyped like this. I mean, I used to like the baseball playoffs. October, there's no better month. There's no better month when there's meaningful college football games, excellent NFL games. But the baseball playoff trumps all. It trumps everything. I mean, the Dodgers and the Padres are playing an unbelievable series on the West Coast that half the country's asleep for. The Yankees and the Guardians are as live as any team there is, and they don't hit home runs, which is against everything that baseball analytics say you have to do. The only one that I think is decided is the Astros. They play game 3 today. I'm hoping the Mariners can just win one and then somehow win 2 and send this back for a game 5. But their backs are against the wall. It looks bad. I mean, they should have won at least one of those games, and being down 2-0, short favorite on Houston today. I mean, that's almost a must bet. 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. That looks like an easy winner, but nothing's easy this time of year. Nothing.
We're talking with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, live from Vegas. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Look, Phillies, Eagles, and then you got today, Q, you got Penn State.
Penn State and Michigan in the big house. David, that's my question. Who do you like in that game? Penn State at Michigan in the big house. Who do you like?
The book has beaten out of so many things of me, of my fandom. I mean, I still have Pittsburgh roots. It does. It just knocks it out of you. You got to root for teams that the book needs, not what you like, and you can't root out of your pocket when you're at the work and all those other things. But Penn State is still the only thing, the main thing that's still near and dear to my heart. All of that being said, I will remove the blue and white glasses that I'm looking through this thing with, okay? I think Penn State can win that football game today. I think defensively, yes, they can keep it close back and forth. Michigan hasn't played anybody leading up to today. I mean, really, they look at their schedule. It's so low-ranked strength of schedule. Their defense is excellent. Penn State obviously has to run the football to be successful. The danger today is if Michigan gets up multiple scores, meaning 10 points or more, is Penn State capable of coming back? This could be a Michigan blowout, which will crush my morning. I don't want to see that. But I think Penn State's live to win a game. Them +7's a good bet.
Okay. And by the way, that's just the appetizer, Pete.
That's right.
That's our appetizer today. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Penn State, Michigan as an appetizer. I want to hear what you have to tell me about Tennessee, Alabama. Because look, I don't like either one of those teams, never did. I'm pulling for Tennessee because I want Bama to go down.
Well, listen, you're not the only one, Billy. This is one of those ones that you're sitting in the book and you're just taking bet after bet after bet after bet on Tennessee. Ooh. This is like Haley's Comet. When you need Alabama, you see that happen as often as you see Haley's Comet. And the books are okay with that position. They keep moving the line up. It was 7 yesterday. It's 9 today.
Oh, okay.
So
and in my paper, it's 13.5.
Well, listen, call the paper and ask if you can place a wager there because you're getting the best number. Yeah. All right? But I can't believe what's going on. I would love nothing more to mess up that aspect of college football in the SEC and have Tennessee win. I don't even think they can cover today, Billy. I feel like this may be one of those ones that Bama just roll tide roll. I hate to say it. I mean, it's against the consensus. It's against the people. But this is why the books exist. They put up a number and people bet it, and they don't move the number. Bama's going to roll.
Dave Sharapan with us, our sportsbook consigliere, joins us each Saturday for this very popular segment. And my question, we love you, buddy. My question is TCU and Oklahoma State. I mean, there's a ton of money going at this game.
See, this is what PT does. He just sits and pushes buttons and stuff, and then he comes at you with a good game that nobody's really looking at. This is sneaky good. No, this is sneaky good. I'm telling you what, Pete. I was talking about this all week in my college football podcast, 8 in the Box, and on BVB. I don't know yet what TCU is, okay? We're going to find out today. This is as much of an education game for me as it is maybe a play. Until proven otherwise, I think you got to take TCU. But Oklahoma State can go win there. The total in the game is 68.5. The speed limit now in most places in America is 65. We used to call a speed limit game 55. When in the book, I'd be like, the speed limit, 55. That's a total. This is 68.5. I think you can put the gas pedal down and drive real fast and go over. This is a back and forth track meet. Team with the ball last wins. At least 70 points scored, go over.
All right.
Over.
All right,
like
sportsbook. The Eagles are in and the Cowboys in a Sunday night game, national television. I'm going to the game.
I've heard he said, "Wait, you're going?
I'm going to the game." All right, now ready?
Too.
You're inviting me to your tailgate.
Yeah,
you ready for this?
one.
Right now, I think the Eagles are what? The Eagles are
they're 6.5.
6.5.
Minus.
Give me. I'm taking the Birds. I know you're going the other way because of superstition, right? You've been doing it. The last 3 weeks. You took the number.
How about you let him tell us which way he's going?
I mean, Billy, you have me on the show to talk.
You have to go with the Cowboys. I want you to give me a team. Hold on, before I finish. I want a teaser. I want to take the Eagles and give me the best value for another teaser, so I can turn that 6 into a point.
Wait a second. Are you
give it 6.5?
Are you even allowed to do a teaser? What are you doing? I don't even know. I don't know if you're qualified to do a teaser. Let alone you can actually maintain enough attention to watch 2 games at once. This is a bit much. All right, if you want to do a teaser, Billy, just tease against the Steelers. Tampa's going to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I mean, they're not losing by. I mean, they're winning the game by at least a field goal. Yeah. So take that one down.
Yep,
Steelers, the injury report is a disaster. I don't know who's playing today. They're getting guys off the practice squad.
What's that number, Tampa?
Well, they're up to 9.5. Q. 9.5 on the road. This would
That's
probably
a lot of
be the
points.
biggest favorite of the season on the road. I think you know, everything in me says to take the points at home if you're going to bet the game. But if you're going to tease it, Tampa's the most popular teaser choice of the day. That or Green Bay. How is Green Bay going to lose to the Jets? I got Q hanging out on the sideline last week with Broadway Joe.
Broadway Joe.
Yeah, right. I don't know who looked better. I mean, I make Q minus 350.
Okay.
Broadway Joe looks
Broadway Joe's still a rock star.
Oh, my God. Joe is still a rock star. I don't know how
What?
old he is.
Yeah, he is. He's unbelievable.
I just want to be like him.
Yeah, right?
Billy.
Eagles.
The total in the Eagles game is 42.
Ooh. I'd like
Under.
Yeah, the Cowboys haven't given up any more than 20 points in a game.
Great
right?
defense. Their defense.
And by the way, Joe Namath is 79 years
79,
old.
yep.
79.
Yeah.
He looked great, didn't he?
He does, yeah.
You look good, Q.
I look good like I can still play, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh, Q, you look like you could do some special teams.
Right? That's
Special
it.
team.
Yeah.
Well, he's special, all right.
Wedge buster.
He's the wedge buster, right? He's the bullet. Yeah.
Dave, we love you. When are you going to answer your phone? I call you. I'm trying to get you out of
Billy,
here.
I'm busy. You got to text me and say
I did.
And you did. Listen, I violated
Let's set up a date. Can I talk to you?
You sent me the text, and I said I would call you back, and I left you hanging. And I apologize.
I love that.
I got meetings today. I had meetings all week. Did you see the purple suit that I went to the meeting?
Yeah, that was a little loud. That was a little loud.
That's an awesome suit.
That was good.
Yeah.
Purple is power, Billy. I had
That's
to wear
right.
that
What that means?
power suit. That's what that meant. So I
Prince
went down
Company
there.
went from
I got
suit
more
to-
meetings today.
or the pimp on the
He
corner.
called from heaven. He wants his suit back. Said, why'd you get an extra medication book?
I wasn't thinking of that P word, Q, when
Yeah.
I wore that suit, but I mean, it
Oh,
People
yeah.
were calling me a pimp too. So
Yeah, pimping.
Sportsbook.
That's
We
good.
look forward to this every Saturday. We love you.
Love it.
And we'll be talking to you. Hopefully, I'll talk to you during the week. Maybe pencil me in somewhere.
Get Thor the win today so we can start working on
Exactly.
NLCS odds, baby.
There he is.
Go Birds, go
Sportsbook
Eagles.
Consigliere, Dave Sharapan. We'll see you next Saturday.
See you, buddy.
Guys.
All right, pal.
There's the book on the Maserati, the main line, Sports Hotline.
He's
Well, I'll
good.
tell you what, he's the
good.
best, man.
He is
He's
good.
everywhere, Pete.
He is.
We love
You
him.
know that,
So
Brad.
no one missed the love.
MLB,
He's everywhere.
Bostonian versus the book, cash considerations, and the locker with Billy Schweim.
You know the Bostonian guy I know too, by the way.
Yeah,
Small world.
Oh,
out
is that
there.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board number. We have 10 pairs of tickets
There
to
it is
give
right
away
there.
to the pool.
Yeah.
609-403-0973. What do they got to do, Pete?
They got to text in. Let us know their score prediction. People are starting to text in. We appreciate that. Keith from Cape May says Eagles 24, Cowgirls 17.
Cowgirls, there you
Keith,
go.
just that easy. You are registered. You are in. Go Phillies and let's go. And then it says Eagles 22, Dallas 12. That's Joey D in Ventnor City.
You got to
So,
come out to the pool. It's the place to be.
Joey, you are registered. We will let you know. Drew from EHT says Eagles 26, Cowboys 20. Drew, you are registered. And Barb. All right, Barb. Barb Salerno from Sweetwater has the Eagles winning 28-17. to 17, and she is registered. This is great. And then Bob from Mays Landing. Now, Bob's a Raiders fan. I think he did show up last week. He did.
Bob's
like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm just going to keep texting my name in and showing up.
That's all he has to do. Bob was there. He and his wife, they had the blast.
I love it.
Were they wearing the Raiders colors?
Yeah, he had and he was in the pool.
Eagles 23.
How did he look in the pool?
I hope you're not looking at Bob. Eagles 23, Cowboys 17. Cowboys cover the 6.5 by a hook.
Okay.
So look at Bob putting in a little Sharapan-esque at the end of his text. 609-403-0973. Send it in. You could win a pair of VIP tickets to the NFL Sunday Splash at the pool at Harris.
All right, the first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance, protection, and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you at 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Duddick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson, Brad Quast on 97.3 ESPN.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app?
This is a Halloween party.
Every vehicle, $1 down.
8 Gazoo vehicles in stock now. And you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Beat that.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
They service all makes and models. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Oh, this is good dip.
That's not dip.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR plus tax title.
Suddenly they lead
Now,
4-0.
more of the Locker
And
Room
Strider's
with Billy
finished.
Schweim
Dylan
on
Lee comes in to
97.3
face Bryce
ESPN
Harper.
and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
To right center. That one's gone. This place explodes. Bryce Harper with a 2-run home run over the out-of-town scoreboard in right
You can't get enough of it, Q.
I got just chills. I got chills.
Broadcasted live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. We're getting you pumped up for Phillies baseball. We haven't even once talked about the Eagles today.
Which is
That's
crazy.
right. One other thing I want to
We'll
say
get
about
there. We got a whole pregame show tomorrow,
all right,
too.
but
you
here's
know?
the thing, you guys. I know Reese Hoskins hit that home run, drove everybody nuts, chills, crying,
Yeah.
tears. But on that double play, I mean, that if you're in a close game, that could have cost us big time. Ball hits him second end of half of a double play, drops the ball.
Drops the ball right in his
hits
glove.
him right in the glove.
Right in the glove.
He's a professional baseball player, Q.
I know you, but you make mistakes.
Is that a lot? Oh, come on.
But,
man. That's gotta be-
that could have come by him in the
darn right
butt.
it could.
It really could have bite him in the butt.
With game 2, where he olayed the ball, that hot grounder that eventually led to the Braves win in game 2.
Right.
People were booing him. Like when he
deserved
came up,
it.
people were booing him the first time. And then those boos turned to cheers, and that's why baseball is such a great game.
Yeah, it
And
is.
so let's have him do it today while you're in the stands today.
Okay, I'll be in the stands.
Because he needs to atone for that little mistake. Because I don't want people left with that taste in their mouth.
He had 2. The one on Alec Boehm's
Right,
throw in the
right.
3rd inning, and then in the 6th inning, that double play relay that would have ended it and preserved the shutout.
Yep.
Can't drop that ball.
No, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't do
All
it.
right, first hour's in the books. I'm pumped up, man. We got Michigan for the appetizer, Michigan Penn State. We got the Phillies at 2:07 first pitch. And then we got the Eagles tomorrow. What else?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Flyers at 4.
The Flyers at 4 o'clock at
Okay.
Vancouver's
Oh,
coming.
I can't wait.
All right. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, Pete Thompson, the intern Andrew's in here. 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Hey, Philly fans, it's Mike Gill from the Sports Fest. Don't forget you can listen
Its payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Sports is what we do.
Segura from a knee throws him out.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Red 83.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson, Brad Quast, broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Getting you ready for Phillies baseball. Well, it's Michigan, Penn State. At noon.
Yep.
That's the appetizer. The Phillies and the Braves, game 4. Phillies up 2-1. And, of course, then Sunday night at the Link. Drinking at the Lincoln, Cowboys, Eagles.
Should be
What a big weekend.
It's a great
It's
weekend.
unbelievable.
Great
And in a few
weekend.
minutes, we're going to be talking with the general manager of yesterday's, where we are for all the 1 o'clock games throughout the season, Chuck Thompson. He's a big Penn State guy.
Is he?
Him and the sports book consigliere, Dave Sharapan, who's a Penn State grad.
Nice.
You ready to rock and roll,
I'm
baby?
ready to rock and roll. So without any further ado, let's go to the
It's called the Maserati, the mainline hotline.
Maserati, the mainline sports hotline, and welcome in the general manager of yesterday's Creekside Tavern, where we are every Sunday for the 1 o'clock games, Chuck Thompson.
Good morning, Chuck.
What's up, boys? How are we?
I'll tell you what, Chuck, how are we? We're awesome. This is a great time to be a Philadelphia sports fan.
I mean, if you're not pumped up with what's going on right now with sports, you don't have a pulse.
Yep.
Got to be outstanding for the bar and restaurant business, right, Chuck? Tell us what the scene's been like for these Phillies games at yesterday's. We know that we go down there on the Sunday 1 o'clock games for the Eagles, and you guys do a great job with the NFL Sundays. But what have these Phillies games been like?
Guys, it was a sea of red starting at 2:30 yesterday. People camping out for bar stools. It's been absolutely unbelievable. And from first pitch all the way through, when Reese Hopkins spiked that bat yesterday, I thought we were going to have to build another bar.
I mean, hey, Chuck, I'm getting text messages from people that I haven't spoken to. And Billy Godfrey, why is he just lighting my text board up? These people, I mean, winning is great for business, but it also brings the community together. I mean, it's so much fun right now. I mean, it's just, it's special. You know, at the bar, you get that feeling of camaraderie when we're down at yesterday's for the Eagles games, and the Eagles score a touchdown, the whole bar is singing.
They drink more. They drink and eat more.
Well, yeah, but right, Chuck, they're singing the Fly song, and there's nothing like it.
Guys, there's nothing better than a happy customer. You know, when the teams aren't doing well, they run right out the door as soon as the game's over. We held our crowd last night through at 11 o'clock. We had live music after the game. It's been a catalyst for us to really keep this summer crowd all the way through October. It's just awesome right now.
Chuck, I know you're a big Penn State guy. This Penn State, Michigan, you're talking number 5, number 10, and it's an appetizer for us. I know you're really excited about Penn State. What do you think they're going to do today against a tough Michigan team?
You know, I think it's going to be a tough game, but they pulled this one out, and they're looking ahead to Ohio State and seeing what we can really do in the Big Ten.
Brad, you played in the Big Ten. You know what these games are like. What's it like playing at the Big House?
The Big House was one of my favorite stadiums to play in, other than Kinnick. And it's 110,000 fans,
and they're right on top of you.
They're right on top of you. You walk in, it's like a big bowl, a big dish. So when you walk in, you're at the top of the level of the stadium, so it's kind of sunken in. and they're loud and obnoxious, and they love their Go Blue. And when you hear, their fight song is not a good thing.
Well, I got to tell you, talk about fight song. That's pretty. There's about 5 or 6 teams that have the best. Like Ohio State has a good one.
Notre Dame,
Michigan, Notre Dame, USC.
I've heard that one.
Hell to the victor. Yeah.
I mean, but one thing, Chuck, when you see Michigan running out on the field touching that,
Go
banner,
Blue. Everyone's got to touch it. Go Blue.
That's a tingle moment.
Yeah, it really is. It's special.
Chuck, you with us?
Oh, I'm here.
He's just.
I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for Iowa to score a touchdown.
There's a
now that's outstanding.
All right, Chuck.
That's outstanding.
That's a great one there. All right,
we're
Chuck.
We're going to do a little radio segment. Okay, I'm ready to go. Chuck, are you there? I'm sorry. I'm locked in already on a game.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
we
awesome.
Women scored a touchdown in a year and a half.
Hey, Chuck, I know when we're down there at yesterday's for the Eagles pregame show for the 1:00 games, you got a special menu with these specialty drinks, which I think is hysterical. You got the Cowboy Tears. I know people are going to be ordering that drink this week.
Absolutely. We gear these menus for these game days to really get everybody involved, and we partner up with some great sponsors like Miller Lite. We had a blast last week. We had Swoop in the house. The place has just been electric, guys. I mean, it's been a great partnership with you guys, and this week of sports has just been incredible so far.
All right, Chuck. Well, listen, man, we'll let you get back to the game. But listen, we can't wait to get back to yesterday's.
There wasn't a game.
No,
he was
just
saying he's waiting for Iowa.
He's just busting chops. He's busting chops, which I like. Little banter going on.
like
busting
that.
my stones.
All right. Chuck, listen, man, we can't wait to see you again on the 30th. We'll be down there at yesterday's Creekside Tavern for Eagles pregame show.
Hey, guys, can I get a quick shout-out in?
100%.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
My son's U9 Upper Township Hurricanes baseball team made the playoffs last night with a walk-off win. It's a great group of boys. Love the Upper Township kids coming in yesterday's after their games in their jerseys.
That's
all
awesome.
right.
Makes
Go
it all travel
Hurricanes.
baseball. Travel
Good
baseball.
stuff.
All right, Chuck. Thanks a lot.
Chuck.
We'll see you on the 30th.
All right, gang. We'll see you soon.
Let's go, Birds.
My brother from another mother, Chuck Thompson, on the Maserati of the main line hotline. Billy and Quast, you guys are probably like this. Since you're talking Penn State, Michigan, how about some top 5 moments of the Penn State-Michigan rivalry? You ready for this?
Okay.
Number 5, Chris Perry plunges in to end the overtime thriller. Michigan wins 27-24 in 02. Well, Penn State fans aren't liking that one. Okay, 95. Let's go in the Wayback Machine. Billy, you remember 95?
Not really. It's a blur.
Joe Nastasi scores on a fake field goal to seal the 1995 Penn State win. Right? That was a fake field goal. Number 3, Kerry Collins hits Bobby Ingram for a game-winning score in 94. 24-24, about 4 minutes ago, and Kerry Collins to Bobby Ingram. They both played in the NFL.
Yep.
They sent the largest crowd in Michigan Stadium history at the time home, ticked off. Number 2, Chad Henne to Mario Manningham ruins Penn State's undefeated dream. Sorry, this is a mix of big moments. Sorry, Penn State fans. And number 1, Allen Robinson's huge catch sets up a huge 4 overtime win. Yesterday they were doing at the Phillies game, like pregame, they were going ba-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, and when they pause, I was in section 242, a significant portion of 242 went, "We are Penn State." I was like, "Hey, my God,
I've been to a Penn State Michigan game up at Happy Valley for a whiteout.
Oh boy!
And I'm telling you, that was an experience. It was, listen, my nephew went to West Point when he was a freshman. I snuck in, not didn't sneak in, he got me in to the Corps Cadets. You know what they do the whole game? They jump up and down.
They're crazy.
The whole Corps Cadets jump up and down the whole time.
Billy,
it was equivalent of that.
Yes.
When I was in college, I went up. This is my one and only trip to Happy Valley to watch Temple football play Penn State at Penn State. All right. This was 1992, I believe. and Penn State only won by the score of 49-8.
Right.
They absolutely destroyed. I remember, remember they used to have the sticker or the bumper sticker that said, "If God isn't a Penn State fan, then why is the sky blue and white?"
Right.
At one point, and I don't know if the roads have improved since then, but at one point I turned to the guy I was next to. We went up game day morning.
Right.
I turned to the guy I was next to. I was like, if God is a Penn State fan, can he fix these bleeping roads?
Yeah, the roads it's terrible getting in and out.
Sure, you're going to the Phillies game today. You got to be pumped up about that. But let's talk about the Eagles, because the Eagles. One thing I like about the Eagles, their defense is they're the second ranked team in the NFL in 3 and outs. And as a defensive player, how valuable is that to get your guys off the field? I mean, they get obviously Dallas is they're a better running team. So you have to put 8 guys in a box on Sunday night, right?
Yeah, well, it's going to be a treat tomorrow. You're going to see the 2 best defenses in the league between the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles tomorrow.
Well, the Eagles, right? If you look at the just yards per game given up, Eagles are number 4, Cowboys are number 7.
Yeah, but they're both good defenses. They both got talent on both sides. You can
Michael
do a lot of
Parsons,
things. Yeah, he's a stud.
NFL rookie.
No, he'll be defensive MVP of the year. So it's going to be a fun game to watch. I'm curious to see how the Eagles, if the Eagles are going to try to have a running game.
Well, they're going to have to. They're going to have to account for. Remember Lawrence Taylor?
Don't forget DeMarcus Lawrence. By the way,
he's on the other side.
Did you hear his comments?
Well, no, I heard something.
He basically said, "I don't want to hear any questions about Jalen Hurts."
Right.
And it's like, dude, we're previewing the game. What do you think we're going to ask you?
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Remember when Lawrence Taylor came in to the league?
Sure.
They had to adjust.
Yes.
Just for him.
Yes.
Is Micah Parsons
yes. That kind of player already.
He's that kind of player already. And plus he does a little maybe what Lawrence didn't do. He's better against the run, and you can put him in coverage. And I mean, he's special.
Because he's like a defensive end / linebacker, like Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously he's better.
Yeah, he's better.
You want some preview stuff? We had a great conversation, Gil and I did, with Andrew DiCecco from Inside the Birds on Thursday. He basically broke down the guys who they're going to go up against. He said that Jordan Lewis will probably go up against Quez Watkins. Pay attention to the Trayvon Diggs, A.J. Brown matchup, okay? Is that going to be one where Trayvon Diggs is able to hang with A.J. Brown or not? Ron Kearse is going to have the responsibility for Dallas Goedert. Well, I've left somebody out, right? That would be Devontae Smith. And Andrew DiCecco told us he thought that Anthony Brown, although talented, is a little bit slow-footed. So he thought Devontae Smith. That's the reason the Eagles are winning, Billy, in my opinion. They've got so many different weapons for Jalen Hurts, including himself. You know, if it's not A.J. Brown, it's Devontae Smith. If it's not Devontae Smith, it's that play in Arizona where they audible and he hits Dallas Goedert, and Goedert basically makes it happen all by himself. That's 2 things. One, Hurts smart enough to know, hey, we're going to get out of this run and we're going to go to Dallas. We're going to get out of the called play and I'm going to go to Dallas Goedert because that's the guy I trust. And he got 16 yards in the huge first down.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Totally agree, Pete.
But here's the thing.
Totally agree with
Brad, let me ask you real quick. We're going to go to the break real quick. Why couldn't we go downfield on the Cardinals? Like,
well, number one, they were blitzing a lot.
Yeah, they had us. They didn't have
a lot of time.
We didn't have time, and they fooled us in the back end. He was
doing something that
we had a little screen happy. The Eagles that was the way you counter.
You want to slow down a
but I think
rush.
they went to it too much.
Yeah, way too much. Too much. We didn't have success. You're absolutely right.
Keep texting in your scores, by the way. Yes, 609-403-0973. Susan Shales in Ocean City, you are registered. Eagles 24, Cowboys 21. Go Birds, she says. Also, Joe and EHT, Eagles 23, Cowgirls 17. Go Phils, throws that in there. Thank you, Joe. You're registered as well. And
we're giving away 10 tickets to the pool in Harrah's in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Keep texting in.
Will from Northfield says Eagles 31.
A lot today.
Cowboys 14. This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, right.
And then to the person that texted Eagles 21, Cowboys 10, give us your name.
All right. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, or experience lively atmosphere in the pub. They've got a lot of new renovations down there. They got that new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with the fire pits. That's a very picturesque site. And, of course, they get the new sound system. They're working on that big deck overlooking the 18th green for entertainment and weddings. Of course, they do weddings exceptionally well. With the award-winning culinary and banquet staff, they customize your menus. They seat up to 275 people. So book now for a 2023 wedding. Go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson, Brad Quast on 97.3 ESPN.
It's the NFL on Sports USA, and we're in the Big Apple as the Baltimore Ravens fly up to New York to face the Giants.
Pro that's built for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
At my age, I never dreamed I'd be dealing with opioid addiction.
I was pregnant and I couldn't stop. Getting sidelined by an injury was bad, but the cravings were way worse.
Then I heard about 844-REACH-NJ.
They connected me to treatment and I had a healthy baby. 844-REACH-NJ was the call that made the difference.
Thank goodness I made the call.
So glad I made the call for both of us.
REACH-NJ. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, call 844-REACH-NJ from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Make them pay for it. First one hop out to shortstop. Stott's got it, sets and fires over to first, and Reese is able to
the Bronx cheer there for Reese.
Toward right field. It's going to be a base hit.
Here we go, Billy. This is seventh inning. Here comes Topper to pull Nola. Listen to this ovation.
They've been waiting for more than a decade, and it all came together for him tonight. Lefty Jose Alvarado is coming on. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging and as he struck him out. Cutter. And he got him. One away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff. Swinging and a miss. Struck him out. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And Acuna down on strikes for the second out.
It's huge.
Harper with 2
LA. I thought this ball was out.
Chavez. Harper to center. Harris.
Yeah.
I wasn't the only one.
No.
At the wall. Can't get it.
Listen to that crowd, man.
It's
great.
with an RBI double.
Listen to that.
7-1 Phillies.
You're going to be a part of that today, Quast.
Yeah.
That actually went in his glove. That went in the base of his glove.
There's still only 1 out. The Braves play the infield end. The pitch to Castellanos, line to right.
Castellanos.
1 run will score. Here comes Harper home to score. Game 3 has turned into a rout.
There you go,
We're
Bill.
broadcasting live the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Q-Man's going to the game. I'm pumped for you, brother.
I'm excited. I got to cut out here a little bit early.
Right,
so,
okay, that's right.
all right.
Hey, listen, Eagles, the locker room, Blitz's Market want to discount your Eagles game day meal. This is a great idea if you're going to the game. During the Eagles season on game day, get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the locker room. Get down to Blitz's all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Blitz's is home of the dill pickle hoagie. It's really a big deal. You go order your hoagies today or later on today. Pick them up on the way to game tomorrow.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
Now, Q-Man, what are you looking for? Because the Eagles can stop the run. They're the third best team in the third base defense. They only give up 294 yards a game, but they're good stop and run. This Jordan Davis is the guy. He's got to step up. I mean,
he's not playing. He's not getting enough reps. Enough snaps. I think they got to utilize him more.
He played 40% of the snaps.
Yeah, which isn't good.
That's not it. Well, he's maybe because he's young.
Well, yeah, but you need a talent like that. You need to put him in.
Big dude.
Yeah, but
they're leaving him in on the rundown.
Yeah,
and then they pull out. They put in Hargrave.
Yeah, it's personnel. They're putting him back and forth, but there's something else there that he should be playing more.
The Cowboys ranked 27th in pass frequency in early downs. So they call runs 55% of the time in early down situations. So he should be in first and second down.
Well, I think Tony Pollard could be an issue in this game for the Eagles. Everybody talks about Zeke, but I think Tony Pollard's
a 1-2 punch this year.
Sure, but Tony Pollard's the different. He's the change of speed back, and to me, that's what you have Jordan Davis for. That's why you sign Jordan Davis to either bring down Ezekiel Elliott or bring down Tony Pollard and put them in third and long.
Yeah, they're gonna have exactly. They're gonna have to stop the run. Get them in second and long, second or 8 or more. And change things up. So that's the key of the games. And I think the Cowboys are just going to try to shut down our running game and probably take I don't know what they're going to try to do with the receivers. I mean, we're tough. We're tough to defend now with the weapons we have on offense.
All right, we're going to be down at the pool tomorrow, broadcasting live for the NFL Sunday Splash. We're giving away 10 pairs of tickets to the pool. 609-403-0973 is the text board. What do they got to do, Pete?
Text us in 609-403-0973. Do it just like Justin did from Margate City, who texted in Eagles 21, Cowboys 10. Thank you, Justin. You are registered for our 10 pair of tickets. We'll let you know the 10 pair of VIP tickets. Good job, Gino. Gene Hall from Cape May Courthouse says Eagles 20, Cowboys 16. That's all you got to do. Text in first name, last name, and a score prediction. We've got 10 pairs of VIP tickets to the NFL Sunday Splash at Harris. And like I was saying in the first hour of the show, I sort of road tested. I went over and I kicked the tires last Sunday, and it was outstanding. So have a good time. If you win these VIP tickets, we'll let you know.
All right, Jalen Hurts has dropped his quarterback rating. He's down a bit. He's down to I think it's 94.
You're worried about Hurts?
Well, I mean, he was on fire. He's dropped off a little bit. He's completing 67.9% of.
They've won 8 straight regular season.
Yeah, he's the one guy I'm not concerned about tomorrow.
No.
I think he's.
Hey, Pete, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying he has dropped off a little bit, but he's still one of your top.
How about this stat? Philadelphia is just the 4th NFL team since the 1970 merger to rush for 12 plus TDs in the first 5 games of the season. You think they're getting the ball done? You think they're getting the job done with the best offensive line in football, even when guys go out?
Absolutely.
Right?
That's what's
All
saving.
right, so let me ask you a question. So who wins? Like, a good pitcher always beats a good batter, right?
Right.
If you have a great defensive line and a great offensive line, who wins that battle?
I think the offense, that's the key, and that's why John Madden used to say, look in the trenches. Yeah, if the Eagles' offensive line are able to neutralize Dallas's pass rush and their
it's a fair question. It's a really good question, but it's hard to say that because you have defensive line and linebackers,
right? Okay.
Because you have those two combinations. Because you're coming with an outside 9 technique rush in the passer.
Yeah, but Q, offensive line they like the run block more than they like the pass.
Oh yeah, they don't like
even in today's game.
They want to go down and put some pressure.
So they know where to go, and defense doesn't
exactly.
But on defense, when you get into the huddle, just give me a play do you remember any of your plays?
In terms of what a call?
Like a call. Let me hear what would a call be?
A defensive call.
Yeah, defensive call.
In terms of what?
If you're the captain of a defense, what do you say? Like if I'm in the offense,
he just wants to hear the lingo.
Yeah, 828.
Are you trying to go like Spider 2Y banana?
Yes.
You know what I mean, too?
Over cover 2.
Right.
Bingo.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So, but defense has to react to the offense.
Yeah, but
right?
Yes, you got to react. So there's 2 calls that you make, and
the
then
secondary has 1 call. Yeah, the defensive line,
everyone's got different calls
because they stunt up front.
They're stunting every time, and then the call, depending on what they come in down in distance and what personnel is already determined. So then they're going to call from that.
So what was your number, Quast, again? What number did you wear?
Which one?
35. Were you?
In college, 35,
right.
52.
Did you get to hear 49. College guys always say 35? Was he calling that?
Were you the Mike?
Yeah, Mike. They call it the Mike linebacker. Right. They call it the Mike and the strong safety. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Pete, Jordan Mailata, is he going to be effective tomorrow night?
I hope so.
I mean, did you see that thing he's wearing on his arm?
That's fine. Yeah. As long as he can get in there. He had a shoulder issue when he left in the Jacksonville game.
It's going to affect him, but
he wanted to return to that game. They kept him out. Yeah. He wanted to play in the Arizona game. They kept him out.
All right, so the bye is next week. Do you play him? I mean, Jack Driscoll played pretty well. Why don't you give him another extra week? If you don't play him,
he wants to get his playing incentives.
Jordan Mailata is a special talent. If the guy says he can go and he's medically clear,
he wants to play. Look, Q,
they're not keeping you out of this.
Your motto is you can't make the club in the top.
Yeah,
but if you're like borderline and you have the 5-0, you're on the Eagles and you're 5-0, and you have the dreaded Dallas Cowboys coming to town. You want to play in that game.
You're playing everybody's playing right now. You're taping up.
But if you're the Eagles organization, you're gonna. I would say, look, all right, with Jack, we got depth on the offensive line.
It's been a wonderful thing.
You got a bye week next week.
Hey, I got to run here because I'm going to the game. Could I give my prediction?
Yeah, give me your. All right, let me write it down.
Write it down, okay, Pete.
Yep, right. I got it. I got my pen ready.
34-21 Birds.
34-21 Birds. You know the book. Sportsbook Consigliere said take the under.
30.
Right. Okay. Well, Brad's going to take the over.
I'm taking over. 34-21 Birds.
Right. You're in.
Right,
Bing. I'll make the day for you. Good luck. Safe
times. See you, Pete.
All right, Quast.
That's awesome, brother.
Yes. I'm
happy for him. All right. Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. They've got the new pro shop. They got new apparel lines from Fairway and Green, Stitch, Johnny O, Doc Murphy. They're accepting social memberships now, starting at $25 a month. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation's certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available in the market. Your experience is not at the point of a sale, as Maserati the Mainline offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll go on the mound with Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, Philly fans, it's Mike Gill from the Sports Fest. Don't forget you can listen to the Phillies and Braves NLDS game.
This is a Halloween party. Woo-hoo!
Every vehicle, one dime down.
8 Gazza vehicles in stock now. And you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. All new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
Day service, all makes and models. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Oh, this is good dip.
That's not dip.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR plus tax act title to qualified buyers.
Now, more of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Series after they beat up on the Braves here in Game 3.
All right, broadcasted live the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. We're getting ready for Phillies baseball. You catch it right here on 97.3 ESPN. 1:30, right? Coverage
1:30 is our pregame. 2 o'clock is first pitch.
2:07. 2:07 first
pitch. In fact,
pitch.
while we're talking to Tommy, I'll take a look and see if the lineup's out. It's only 11:30, but it might be out.
Every Saturday.
I'm excited that we're doing this live.
This is unbelievable. But no, the fact is we got bonus Tommy Greene.
That's
true.
true.
We're in the playoffs, so we go on the mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by
Aaron Bada's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Call 609-788-4661 or visit gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tina Greene.
Good morning, guys. What a good morning after a great night.
I'll tell you what, Tommy, man. I told these guys earlier in the show, Pete was at the game, so he was right in the middle of it. He's getting
Tommy
all that.
was there too.
Tommy, you were there. I was home by myself at my house, and I was in tears. I was standing up, cheering, jumping by myself, Tommy.
Well, that's you. I can see you doing that.
I'll tell you what. The story of the series for me is pitching. I mean, the Philly starters have been unbelievable.
Well, basically, you've heard me say over the course of the year, it comes down, it starts with pitching. If your pitching is giving you a chance to do some things and not requiring you to play catch up the whole time, you got a chance to do some positive things. And that's exactly what's happening. We're getting strong pitching. And, gives our offense a chance to get going, and they have. They're getting going the time we hit. I can't tell you how big the hit from was Stott getting that going yesterday. It was unbelievable. That was a great AB, man.
Oh, yeah, and all those pitches he fouled off against Strider, it was like fast, 4 straight fastballs till Strider finally, you've been a pitcher, Tommy. I mean, what's it like when the guy's just fouling off pitch after pitch, and you go, all right, you know what, let me change this up here, and then the guy gets a hit off you.
Well, it happens that way, and then there's times I've done that where you tell me, will you hit the friggin' ball, please? And put it in play. I'm giving you pitches to hit, and you're not doing it. But it seems to work out that way. Sometimes, and he changed up, went to another pitch, and the pitch was just down and in, which is and it was obviously it was off speed pitch. And then it just gave him a little bit of time to do what he needed to do. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. He was just trying to put barrel on the ball, and he did, man. He kept it fair, and we're off and running. And then that was that place exploded. It was rumbling, and then you could feel it in your feet.
Well, you've been around for, you were around for 07, 08, 09, or like the World Series teams, that big playoff, that push, basically 07 to 11. Yeah. Tommy, I thought on Hoskins' home run it was loud. I thought on Harper's it might have been the loudest I've ever heard the stadium. What say you?
Well, I tell you what, I was up in the suite, so I went out there in amongst everything, but where I was sitting at, I saw where the ball landed at because I was basically right beside the right field foul pole. And that place, it was deafening. You couldn't even talk to the guy standing next to you. You know what I mean? So you couldn't make out any words. Well, so that place was getting it. It was fun to see that back in the bank, man.
I got to tell you, I was at the Milwaukee game when Victorino hit that grand slam.
I remember that.
Brett Myers fouled off. Remember, he fouled off about 10 pitches
against CC
Sabathia. When then he, that loads the bases. Here comes Victorino and blasts the grand slam.
So the Stott at bat was kind of like that.
It's almost like emblematic of that. It was like a replay of that. Great at bat by Stott, right?
Yeah.
And not only that, then they walk Schwarber
to get
to him. It's even more. It's another.
What do you think of the bat spike, Tommy? I've seen a lot of bat flips. How about the spike? That was
that was pretty impressive. There was a lot of emotion in that at bat for him to be able to come back and because they walked the guy in front of him to get to him, and which was putting the emphasis on him. Okay, they think they can get him out. Then he took advantage of a pitch down basically right down the middle of the dish, and he didn't miss this one. He didn't foul it off, which is good. We were talking about that whole scenario last night because guess who I was with in the suite?
Who's that?
Night? I was with Brett Myers.
Yeah,
Brett Myers and Shane Victorino.
Oh, you got robbed, man! They showed Victorino on the big screen. They showed Brett Myers. Where's my guy Tina Greene? What the hell?
I was in the back. They were sitting out front. Yeah, so. Yeah, that's one of the times I didn't sit out front. So I mean, it was okay. I'm old news, man.
You're good news with us. Our On the Mound segment with Tommy Greene. How about this? I don't know if you caught this, Tita Green, but I saw this late night when first of all, I came home. I went to the game. Then I came home. Then I watched the game again because there's stuff you want to see on the broadcast that maybe you didn't see when you're in the stands. And then I even watched the late night Sports Center recap. Did you know that Aaron Nola is the fourth pitcher since 1900 with 2 straight starts of 6 innings pitched and 0 earned runs to begin his postseason career? And these other names blew me away. Corey Kluber, Matt Cain, and Steve Avery. Remember Steve Avery?
How about that? Oh, God, yeah. What a good pitcher he was, man. You know, when he was healthy, he's just like me. You know, but God, he was a good pitcher. I mean, I can believe all those names, man. That's good company because all those guys have pitched well at the postseason and everything. You know, so it's a good thing. You'd be surprised. You thought you'd hear some more names, you know, back down from the past, you know, the big guys. But hey, that's pretty impressive right there. And you know, we were talking about, you know, y'all bringing up in the past about the September or
swoon,
Nola. Yeah. So. I mean, remember what I told you?
It's October.
It's over.
It's over.
Hey, what do you think of Topper's decision to go with Noah Syndergaard for today's game? It could have been him. It could have been Falter, although the Braves do light up left-handers. What did you think about Syndergaard, Thor, getting the ball today?
I think that's the prudent move. I mean, and you look back at the whole season. You look at it, and he's going up against Morton. He's got better numbers than Morton's got. You know, so, I mean, what's wrong with having him pitch this game? Because they need him. You got to use your rotation and who's ready to go. And his last outing, I mean, he got in the bullpen relief right there and had a good inning. And, you know, and he got him tuned up a little bit for the postseason, so to speak. Got his feet wet and know what to expect. Now, yesterday, him feeling that atmosphere, you know, at the bank, he's going to feel it again today. So hopefully he's ready for it. And been put in that situation and tested, you know, a little bit, and now we'll find out, you know, because I think bottom line, it comes down to throwing strikes and get, you know, and quality pitches. You don't have to be perfect, but, you know, throwing quality pitches, and hopefully he starts off and gets through that first inning pretty. That's pretty good because that's what I was wishing for Nola yesterday. Just get through the first, to get that first strike out of the way and get through the first inning. You know, and that's what happened. He got through it, and he was off and running.
I thought Ruben Amaro Jr. on the postgame show, which I also DVR'd, was gushing about Nola's ability. Like Nola used to get in that situation where he'd get a guy 0-2 and he'd hang something and he'd knock it out of the ballpark. Ricky Metallico talked about this. Ben Davis talked about this. That Nola has become unpredictable, and by becoming unpredictable, he's become a better pitcher.
But also, Tommy, one other thing that he did do, he was throwing strikes. His first pitch strike, he was getting ahead of the hitters early.
Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily throwing it right down the middle, but he was commanding, so to speak, the zone. He was using all 4 quadrants, you know, keeping it out of the middle of the dish for the most part, you know. But you know, it's really impressive to see Nola's graduation, you know, over the course of these past 6, 7, 8 years. You know, of using his whole repertoire. He's gotten so much confidence in the changeup, you know, adding a little bit of a cutter. I think he's got a little bit, you know, with that, you know, that moving fastball that he's got and the curveball. So he's upping his game a little bit and it's basically his game's maturing. You know, it's moving forward and that's when you become a little unpredictable. And that's what you want. You want the hitter thinking a little bit. When he starts thinking up there, you know, he starts thinking at the dish, that gives you a leg up a little bit, you know. So because if he's getting too comfortable and they don't have to do that kind of stuff, that's when, you know, you can run into some trouble sometimes. So.
Tommy Greene's with us for his weekly On the Mound segment, brought to you by Aaron Bada's Golf and Sports Performance Club. I thought one of the best things out of yesterday, too, Tommy, was the fact that they didn't have to use 2 of their high-value pieces. They did not have to use Sir Anthony Dominguez, and they did not have to use Zach Eflin. Alvarado was great when he came in, but then they went Brad Hand and Connor Brogdon, and thank God for a 9-1 lead, right? You know, plenty of cushion.
Well, yeah. I mean, you give everybody. I mean, that's the perfect opportunity to give everybody a chance to get in. That's what you want, is to use your guys and get them tested in that situation, because it's going to take the whole team. It's not going to be just 2 or 2 or 3 guys down there in that bullpen doing it the whole time. It's going to take everybody, and to get through this. So and that's exactly what we want, to give those guys that atmosphere and get out there and have a little bit of success. No matter if they gave up a couple hits, but they got out of the inning or whatever, because you're not going to be perfect all the time. Just to give them that experience is a good thing to calm the nerves a little bit and get the adrenaline under control.
Of course.
That's what we want. And hopefully, it shines up good for us today. Alvarado will be ready to go again today. So, he'll be ready.
I do have a little update here. According to Matt Gelb with The Athletic, the plan per Rob Thompson is for Syndergaard to go at least once through the order, and then the late inning relievers are fresh. They could be pushed, and if they needed to, God forbid, we don't want this, but Zach Wheeler could start a Game 5 on short rest. He could also start today, or he could come in as a reliever. You could have Zach Wheeler as a reliever if the need arises. Like, everything's on the table.
Well, here's the key to this is that.
Well, we're fortunate we got a game. We got a game in hand now. It all depends on which way he decides to use it. Does he? It depends on how it goes. Do we get down early, or do we get up early? Or get that lead, or do they get up on us? What we got to do is going to dictate a lot of things. So, I just hope he gets through those first times through the order. And hopefully we can jump on him again and take advantage of some pitches off Morton. Don't let him get settled in too much. So, and that's the wishful thinking I got right now, is just taking care of that part and doing what we need to do early.
All right, now Nolan threw 90 pitches, 63 of them for strikes, so you can't beat that. All right, how about this Bryce Harper, first player in franchise history with 2 home runs and 7 hits in his first 5 playoff games. Not too shabby for a guy with a 13-year contract making $330 million. But he's earning it.
Everybody was questioning when he was going to wake up. He's awake now, so hopefully he's got that mojo. He's got that mojo going. It takes a little bit of time, man, when you miss time like he did, to get back and see that pitching, to get your timing again and get on balls. So, and that's what it's taking him this time to do that, and obviously fighting through to getting them. It's still a process to get his strength where it needs to get in that hand. So it all plays a factor in things. So it's good to see him have that success right there.
Hey, Tommy, Charlie Morton on the hill for the Braves today.
He's dominant in elimination.
He has been done, but
let's hope we change that.
But he hasn't been pitching well of late.
That's true. That's true. And maybe that's why they went with Strider yesterday. There's a couple things I thought that was interesting. A, that they went with Strider, and B, I have a lot of respect for Rick Kranitz, the Braves pitching coach. Right. And Strider had his ball, like, he threw 4 straight balls to Marsh to start off the inning, and then he threw a ball to Stott to start off that at bat. Right. And it spoke volumes to me that nobody was up, nobody was in the bullpen, and I'm like, are you not seeing this? Like, even Castellanos talked about it afterwards. It was 98, 97, then all of a sudden it was 94, 93, hittable. And fastballs flat are hittable.
Yeah, because once you lose the zone a little bit, and depending on how he was feeling, nobody really knows if he was going through, was he feeling something with his side or anything like that? It was oblique that he was having trouble with while he was on the DL or IL, whatever they call it now. You don't know what's going on. When you lose the zone like that a little bit, that happens during the course of the game. But it worked out in our favor where you start doing that, and then you press a little bit maybe to get back in the zone a little bit. And he got back in the zone to Stott, and that was a great AB. He was making some quality pitches, and Stott was battling, and finally, he made the pitch then that slowed him up enough till he could get the barrel to it, and he did. So, you got to tip your hat to both of them to getting back on order right there. And then the wheels kind of come off a little bit. We took advantage of some first pitches that, he was being aggressive with his fastball and just probably missed his location a little bit, but still they were strikes, but we took advantage of them, for the home runs with Hoskins and Harper.
All right, Tommy Greene, man, let's get a win today. Let's end it today so that we can have you back next week for another segment of Tommy on the Mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by
Aaron Bada's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Call 609-788-4661 or visit gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Thank you, Tommy Greene.
Take care, Tita Green. Good luck. Get those tickets, buddy. Get in there, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Now, I'm working on it.
Let's go, Phillies. There's Tommy Greene on the Maserati of the Main Line Sports Hotline. The second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club. where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. When you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston and Ryan Owen down there. They do a great job. Hey, the Locker Room and Blitz's Market want to discount your Eagles game day meal. During the Eagles season on game day, get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the Locker Room. Get down to Blitz's all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Hey, just about everybody in the area has heard about the Jersey Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Duddick. But you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles continue.
Will make car buying scary? Matt Platt Mitsubishi knows bad things happen to good people. We finance your future, not your past. Even if your credit is less than perfect. Simply Matt Platt Mitsubishi. Approved with Tier 1 credit. Rebates and incentives to dealer. Go to mattplattmitsubishi.com for complete details. Plus tax, license, registration fees. Offers can't be combined. Expires 11/5/22. So come in today and get your deal your way. Located right in the heart of Glassboro for over 30 years.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
4-0. A 3-run home run for Rhys Hoskins. His first postseason home run, and he's sprinting around third base. What a moment here at Citizens Bank Park.
Wow.
All right, we're back here at the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Pete Thompson, man, I'm pumped, baby.
As you should be. I got a couple facts here that I promised you going into the break. And we gave you Hoskins home run. Harper's is on there as well. Couple things here. First of all, Matt Gelb has tweeted out from The Athletic that the Phillies are wearing the cream jerseys today.
They usually wear them on Sunday.
Have they ever done that for a postseason game,
so.
He says. I can't remember. Then secondly, I love Jason Stark. I mean, there's a reason that Jason Stark's in the Hall of Fame, right? I mean, I just love reading his work. And one of the things he talked about was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, okay? He was talking about the fact that the Phillies have put up 2 6-run innings in the postseason. 0 from any other team in the postseason. Right. The Phillies are the only team to have 2 6-run innings so far. Not the Yankees, not the Padres, not the Dodgers. Go Phillies!
Oh, how fast did that go, Pete?
That's the fastest 2-hour show that we've done. It was like on Speed It Up.
It's unbelievable. Listen, Q's on his way to the game. Brad Quast. He's going to have a great time. Where are you watching the game, Pete? You going to be home?
I'll be watching that at home.
Yeah, you need to get into commentary. John Smoltz doing a great job.
And I'll be tweeting and texting, and you and I will be texting.
We're going to be at the pool at Harris tomorrow for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, we'll let the people know. Thank you to all the people that texted in. We'll be reaching out to you if you have qualified, if you've won a pair of VIP tickets. Everybody's qualified. We'll let you know. Oh, you're giving that away?
Yeah, we're all. Yeah.
Guess what? You're all winners.
All right. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Come see us at the pool tomorrow. Phillies today, Eagles tomorrow. I can't wait. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Let's go, Phillies.
Hey, Philly fans, it's Mike Gill from the Sports Fest. Don't forget you can listen to the Phillies and Braves NLDS Game 4 today.